In the sprawling halls of the Spirit Academy, where raw power determines your rank, a young trainee named Kaito was always at the bottom. While others conjured brilliant blasts of energy, Kaito struggled to produce even a flicker. His every failure was amplified by the effortless success of his rival, Ru. Ru was a prodigy, a golden child destined for greatness, and he never missed a chance to remind Kaito of his own mediocrity. The weight of his own weakness was a constant burden, a shadow that followed him through every training hall and corridor. But Kaito possessed something Ru couldn't see, a spirit that refused to be broken. One day, after a particularly humiliating sparring session, Kaito was approached by the enigmatic Master Zen. Zen saw past Kaito's weak energy displays and recognized the unyielding fire in his eyes. He took Kaito under his wing, leading him away from the polished floors of the academy and into the heart of the Whispering Woods, a place of ancient power and unpredictable dangers. Master Zen's training was unlike anything Kaito had ever experienced. It was grueling, relentless, and pushed him to the absolute brink of his physical and mental limits. He wasn't just learning to fight, he was learning to survive. He would spend days meditating under roaring waterfalls, the force of the water threatening to crush him, all to find a single moment of absolute calm within the chaos. He dodged lightning-fast predators and learned to feel the subtle shifts of energy in the air, the rustle of a leaf, the breath of the wind. Master Zen forced him to confront his deepest fears and insecurities. He'd make Kaito stand for hours balancing on a single fingertip, teaching him that control over his body was the first step to controlling his energy. But the most important lessons weren't about power, they were about purpose. During one exhausting session, Kaito collapsed, ready to give up. Master Zen simply pointed to the pendant Kaito wore, a simple keepsake from his childhood friends. "Power for the sake of power is an empty vessel," Zen said, his voice calm yet firm. "True strength isn't born from a desire to dominate. It's forged in the heart of a protector. Think of who you fight for. Let that be your anchor, your source." That single lesson changed everything. Kaito stopped trying to be like Ru. He started training not to beat his rival, but to be strong enough to shield his friends, to protect the people he cared about. This new resolve awakened something deep within him. His energy, once a mere spark, began to glow with a steady, determined light. The day of the grand tournament arrived, and the entire academy buzzed with anticipation. It was the ultimate test of skill, a stage where legends were made. Kaito, once the academy's laughingstock, shocked everyone. He moved with a newfound grace and precision, his techniques sharpened by his time in the woods. He defeated opponent after opponent, not with overwhelming force, but with clever strategy and an unbreakable will. His victories were a testament to his grueling training, and whispers of the Whispering Woods warrior spread through the crowd. Finally, he reached the final match. Across the arena stood his destiny, Ru. The crowd roared as the two rivals faced each other. The final battle was a breathtaking spectacle of power and skill. Ru unleashed a furious storm of attacks, his energy a brilliant, destructive force that lit up the entire arena. Kaito, drawing on his training, was a blur of motion, dodging and parrying with an agility that seemed impossible. He fought with the calm focus of the waterfall and the sharp instinct of a forest predator, but Ryu's raw talent was immense. He found an opening and landed a devastating blow, sending Kaito crashing to the ground. The crowd fell silent, it seemed over. As Kaito lay there, his vision blurring, he clutched the pendant around his neck. Images of his friends, their smiling faces, their unwavering belief in him, flashed through his mind. He remembered Master Zen's words, "Let that be your source." A fierce resolve burned away his pain. He would not fail them. At that moment, the simple pendant began to glow with an intense, otherworldly light. Ancient energy, a power long thought lost to legend, surged through him. It was a power born not of talent, but of pure, unyielding perseverance. Kaito rose to his feet, enveloped in a blinding aura of golden light. His presence was now overwhelming, far surpassing even Ryu's. Ryu stared in shock, unable to comprehend the transformation. With a powerful roar, Kaito charged. Ru, not one to back down, met him head-on, unleashing his ultimate technique. The two forces of nature collided in the center of the arena. The explosion of energy was cataclysmic, a blinding flash that shook the very foundations of the academy. When the light faded and the dust settled, both Kaito and Ru were standing, exhausted but unharmed, staring at each other in a new light. There was no winner or loser declared. In that explosive clash, their rivalry had been forged into something new, mutual respect. They both understood that their journey was far from over. As they stood together in the ruined arena, a dark tremor was felt on the horizon, signaling the arrival of a new, shadowy threat to their world. Their personal battle was finished, but a much larger war was just beginning. And now, they would face it together. Thanks so much for watching this story unfold. If you enjoyed Kaito's journey, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss what happens next. We've got a lot more epic tales coming your way. See you in the next one.